So hopefully I will get a little glimpse of that. Oh man, I'm about to go through just a little patch of kelp. If I need to take evasive action, we're good to go. I was hoping he didn't get too close because I didn't want to trust my autopilot right now. Yeah, it's getting a little crazy. So I've been looking for alternatives to Starlink because it's expensive and the monthly is expensive, but so I'm testing out this T-Mobile home internet. It's about 10:30, almost 11 o'clock, and the wind is blowing really hard, and I'm a little worried about having 4 scope out and not having more than that. I've pre-measured out about another 30 feet, which will get me closer to 5 scope, make me feel a little better. Hello sailors, my name's Andy and this is my wife Misty. A few years ago we bought an old neglected sailboat for $3,500 bucks, and I've been working on it ever since. I literally learned how to sail on YouTube, but later we both took some lessons. I used to think that sailing was only for rich people. It's not. I used to also think that you had to sail around the world to have fun. You don't. Click subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and join us, and we'll show you how much fun you can have coastal cruising on a cheap sailboat. Welcome to Sailing Soleil. Good morning. Okay, December 9th. It is about 4:50 a.m. and the plan is to go to Cat Harbor, but I got a bunch of little chores I need to do this morning. Hoping to get out of here around 6, maybe. We'll see. You gotta make your bed every day. If you can't make your bed, you can't do nothing. The boat's in shambles right now. I have a lot of projects I wanted to do, but that never ends, so. Ow, that thing's bright. The projects never end, so if you wait till all your projects are done, you won't ever go. But anyways, let's do a couple chores. We're gonna let it just warm up for a little bit and then check the oil. I wanna make sure the viscosity is right, so that'll tell me the true level of the oil. Gonna fill up the fresh water. This thing right here, it's supposed to measure the amount of water you're putting in, but it doesn't really work that good, but it helps a little. Got tons of bird crap on the boat. First thing you gotta do for the bird crap is just get it wet, let it soften up, and then you can squirt it off. Yeah, it could use a little. Just a little, but it could use it. These little engines don't take a lot, but that's also the downside is that, you know, it doesn't have a lot in there, so you got to make sure you keep it topped off. Just do little bits at a time. That's it. 6:45, probably 6:49, something like that. Sunrise right now. I've got the dinghy up. I'm just gonna leave it on the side here. Looks like crap, but just trying to get out of here. All right, 7:23. Let's get out of here. I always like to take a look at the rudder to see where we're at, because I don't have a mark on the steering wheel. All right. Get a little push off this side. Okay, good morning. What a beautiful morning it is. Long Beach is back there behind us. Time is 7:49 a.m. Wanted to get out of here a lot earlier than this, but that's all right. We're out. Had lots of little chores to do, things I wanted to do this week, but I didn't have a chance to do it. Anyway, currently motoring. If it stays like it was predicted, it should be really good sailing, 10 to 15 knots downwind all the way to Catalina. So that would be great. Right now, doing 5.3 knots. Got the motor on, obviously. Got the mainsail up. Because it was variable weather, I put the first reef in it. There's not even enough wind to sail right now, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, top of the morning to you. Look at how gorgeous this is. All is well. I'll check for AIS targets and stuff like that once I get out there, and I'm sure we'll, I'm meeting up with Mark from Kill Dragger. Check out his YouTube channel. I'll put a link right there. If all goes well, we're supposed to get to Cat Harbor, which is on the backside of Catalina, and it's gonna be a turnaround trip. So it's like probably 8+ hours of sailing or motor sailing there. I'll get there at 3 p.m. or so this afternoon, hang out, and then do the same thing tomorrow to come back. I'm trying to get that 1,000 miles, and as of right now, I'm at 854 miles for the year. So this will add 70 miles to my trip and get me where I need to go. Well, not get me there, but close.
Yep. It's a 6-9er.
Copy, 6-9er. This is Tope, come in.
Hey, I got you loud and clear. Hey, give me a couple minutes. I'm just in the process of putting my head sail up, so stand by.
Copy that. Ping me when you're out.
So I've got a really good copy on you today. I think I found the issue with my signal loss.
Roger that. Sounds good, bro. Yeah, I'm just heading through Queens Gate right now. So what's your departure time?
The Savage Stallion has left the stable. We're already outside of Angel's Gate here, under sail, engines quit.
Oh, okay. I see you off in the distance there. Nice. Engine's off. Good for you. I'm still motoring. I got the main up with a single reef, but we have really light winds where I'm at so far. I don't think it's worth it just yet for me. Stoked out. Woo! It gave us a couple, but I got this big ship. I'll probably have to go behind this guy. Dang it. So we got the Pegasus Voyager right here, and I can see his anchor chain is down. I'm gonna go ahead and take his bow. Did not want to be going in front of this guy if he was moving, but I see he's got his big old anchor chain down, so he's not moving anywhere. So I ballooned out the Jenny a little bit, and it helped us out. We're doing 6.4 knots variable. Got 9 knots of wind on our beam, and was able to pass Pegasus Voyager on his bow. Anyway, 6.3. Whoa! And everything is lovely. I still got that reef in the main. I probably don't need it, but we got a long day ahead of us, so we're just gonna leave it for now and see what happens with the wind. It's easier to shake it out than put it in, as we all know. Just a quick little update. I got the engine off. We're doing 5.2, 5.3, somewhere around there. I'd like to catch up to Mark if I could. If I kept the motor on, I probably could, but this is great sailing at, you know, we got almost 12 knots of wind. We're doing 5.5 knots. There's no reason to keep that engine on when things are that good. But he just told me that he saw a whale. So hopefully I will get a little glimpse of that. Oh man, I'm about to go through just a little patch of kelp. Oh, okay, looks like it came on my side here. So, did not get fouled on the rudder. But I'm gonna try a different setting on my autopilot because it really seems to be veering a lot, and I think if it does that all day long, that's some time that we've wasted. This seems to be an ongoing problem, but my GoPro stopped recording audio here. But what I'm showing you is if you look in front, the swell's a little big, but not too crazy, but it's hard to capture it on camera. You see the head sail's getting, I don't know, it's not flogging. We got plenty of wind, but the autopilot's kind of veering like this so much that sometimes when it gets over there, it'll almost backfill. I was gonna take the reef out, but now I'm seeing little bits of white caps. So I'm definitely gonna leave it in now because it's likely gonna pick up. That's just how Southern California goes. We're doing good speed, real good speed. 8.9 nautical miles, speed over ground right now is 5.9 knot. According to the route, right now we'll get in at around 130. Like I said, I doubt we'll get in at 130. We'll see. Really, really nice sailing. Other than the autopilot kind of veering around, I wish I could figure that out. Stoked, come in. Roger. Yeah, I didn't know about 14. What's 14? Over.
14 is San Pedro traffic, so if you ever can't hail a ship on 16, immediately switch and try them on 14, over.
Copy. Good tip, thanks. Over. Okay, you are 3.08 nautical miles CPA at the current moment. Shows you doing 5.3 knots. Over.
Yeah, it's roughly good. What kind of speed are you making? Over.
Right around the 5.5 zone. It's just variable, you know, right in there. Over.
All right, roger that. I guess I'll go back to sailing, but take me or I'll check in an hour or so. Over.
Copy that. I just saw a gigantic, oh, whales. Yeah, baby. But the camera's out, pointed at them. I don't know if you'll see it on this, but that was amazing. Over.
Good, dude.
All right, stoked out. Wow, that was awesome. I saw something, and then I saw another one. That was sweet. Come on, get us, give us a fluke. Oh, there's another one. Woo! It's right in the brightest part, so you probably won't see it on camera, dadgummit. Yep, right there. I don't know if I got that. We got whales out here today. There it is again. Oh my goodness. Lots of whales out here today. We've got this tanker. So I pulled in everything. Well, not everything. I gotta pull that reef down so it's not ballooning out a little bit. But I gotta take his stern, turn the motor on so that if I need to take evasive action, we're good to go. That was just a little too close for comfort, so we'll get the sails back up in a minute. Looks like he turned a little bit, so he's definitely gonna get in front of my bow. .1040. I jibed because we were just going straight downwind, and I figured I'd just do some jibes, get myself closer to the island, and then, you know, the wind can be on a beam reach as we get to the, you know, to take me to the west end. But the wind it died down a little bit, the apparent wind, and it was just too rocky, and the sails were flogging a lot. And they're still flogging a little because I'm not that deep. I'm pretty much a beam reach right now, but there's not enough wind to turn the motor off. Are you there, Kill Dragger? Over.
So what's your distance from the west end of the island? Over.
Give me a sec. Over. I'm roughly 9 nautical miles from the west end as the crow flies. Over.
Okay, copy that. I'm sitting at 6.5 nautical miles from the west end.
As per usual, the wind has all but died. We got 3 knots of wind on our beam, and this sail is just flogging and flogging and flogging. I'm half tempted to just take the sail down and take the freaking swell on the cheek with the boat motion, just to give the rig a break. It's been getting beat up for a while, and I don't like it. So far, we've covered 21.9 nautical miles. Time check right now is 11:30 a.m. Got about 5 miles to the west end, but it looks closer than that. Tried to pull out the head sail, but it seems like the furler is bunching up at the bottom, and it's not allowing it to come out completely. And then look, the autopilot is trying to turn to starboard, but the boat's not turning really. I'm not sure what's up with that. It's turning pretty hard. We're getting backfilled. Turn. All right. Disengage the pilot, and I will turn it myself. The autopilot is a different animal going downwind, that's for sure. But I want to run up there real quick and see if I can help the furler unloosen the rest of the head sail. All right, let's go up. Stay low. There we go. What was that? Honestly, felt like something just fell down. I'm gonna have to do a rigging check. Almost, I don't know if that was something or if I was tripping. Maybe it was just a sound from the anchor locker, me putting my knees on it. That was weird. I know there's somebody thinking, why are you motor sailing? Just sail. Let's test that theory and see what speed we go. I'm guessing about 3.5 knots if we turn the motor off. So what I'll do is I'll throttle down and then take it out of gear, just idling, out of gear. So we're down to 4.5 so far. That's not bad. 4.2, 4.5, that's good. I might shut the motor off. Oh man, this is great. Finally got to turn that motor off. Got both sails out. Still doing 5 knots. The wind picked up though too. It was only about 3 knots, but I guess that was apparent because I was going with it. So as soon as I came around the west end here, it's been real nice to finally throw out the sails. Wonder who that is. That setting change that I made on the autopilot, it seems to be, I don't know, acting up. I'm just not used to it. I changed it on the wind vane setting from true to apparent wind model or mode, and thing's been doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And I don't know if this is an issue or not. I think it's holding course better now, but it's been getting all over the place. And this little toggle, it keeps coming up, so it thinks that it's engaged, but it's actually not doing anything. So I have to not trust that as much. The autopilot seems to be doing better, but it's kind of swerving again, but it's staying on course. Before it was like just like going crazy. So I gotta keep an eye on this thing. Anyway, very nice backside of the island, but I gotta be on my toes right now because we're getting a little bit more wind. Kill draggers coming up behind me. Probably gonna overtake me before too long. But we're doing really good boat speed. 15 knots on this port tack, 15 knots of wind. We're doing 6.6 knots. Hand steering is way better than the autopilot. Keel dragger is coming up on us. There's Ribbon Rock right up ahead. Beautiful. We're under full sail. Been getting some pretty good gusts, so I've had to, but I'm not really trusting the autopilot right now, so I've had to stay on the helm. And look at what we got here. We got keel dragger right here on our tail. He's just about to overtake us. I was hoping he didn't get too close because I didn't want to trust my autopilot right now. Just picked up. I'm gonna try to get that head sail in. Figures, after I take the reef out, it's all nuts. There's quite a bit of kelp around here, keeping me on my toes. There's a big patch of it over there. But we only got a couple miles to go. Let's see how far. 1.3 nautical miles till my next waypoint, and that's basically at the mouth before I turn in. It says arrival is 2:20 and current time is 2 o'clock. I took the head sail down and oh shit, see? That's what I get for not looking. I hope I didn't just foul my rudder. And there's more. See, I'm just looking at the stupid camera and I could have went right through that. Not a big deal, but I've had kelp on my rudder before. Anyway, time to pay attention. All right, Mark's heading in to anchor. I'm gonna probably hold out here, and that way I can use his guidance. He can help me get into a good spot when I get in there. I'll do a little prep here. Hola, amigo. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go in front of you.
Yeah, you want to just drop your anchor right on top of my chain here.
Perfect. Will do.
Hey, you were looking good sailing in, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. The wind, that angle was so much better.
Yeah.
Coming in, it was like I was following it, and it was like there was no wind. As soon as I turned, it was like, woo!
Yeah, it was kind of fluky there. We got her dialed in for a while.
Yeah, you had me pinned against that coast. I was like getting a little nervous because I wanted to bear off, but I would have been, you were right there.
Yeah, I got the mark to catch you. Well done.
Thanks, brother. All right, I'll hit you up in a sec. back down on it a little bit. We are anchored, and I backed down on it, and I think I dropped it right around 38 feet. So got about 150 feet out. Might be a little short, but I got that 35-pound mantis, or 45-pound mantis. I feel like I'm gonna be okay. It wasn't moving when I was backing on it, but I don't do this all the time, so it's a little nerve-wracking actually. I love the fact that I get to do it and overcome these little fears. Because I've moored so many times, for whatever reason, I just freaking kind of got it in my head that anchoring was difficult. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but you know, it's tough to put your whole boat and life and everything on board, you know, in the trust of an anchor when you haven't done it very much. But we've done it a few times now, and this is only my second time here on Catalina, but we are all good. All right, I'm here. I made it, I anchored. I'm standing anchor watch right now, and I'm gonna have a beer. Salute. Cheers. So I've been looking for alternatives to Starlink because it's expensive and the monthly is expensive, but so I'm testing out this T-Mobile home internet, and I'm getting 1 bar of service here in Cat Harbor. A minute ago I saw 2 bars, but then it'll also come up with the little notice or message that says that there's no internet connection. I don't know how good this is gonna be. It's the first time I've had it here in Cat Harbor, but I was sitting here a minute ago and I started getting text messages and stuff. So it must be getting some sort of data. Attention, internet connection issue, press, you know, they want you to cycle it, cycle the power, turn it on, turn it off. And they think that'll fix it. Like all things techie, all you gotta do is turn it off and turn it back on. Anyway, that might be a good alternative to Starlink if you're a coastal cruiser. Obviously not if you're crossing oceans, but it would cost me 35 bucks a month because I got it on a promotion. All right, Captain's Hour with El Capitan Keel Dragger. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
It is so peaceful here. It is so nice. It's beautiful. Look at this. It's only about 4:30, but the sun has already gone past that, you know, gone down below that mountain. But man, it's gorgeous here. And I'd have to say, it is so much more gratifying coming here on Catalina or Cat Harbor, anywhere, when you anchor and you don't have to pay for the mooring. I used my rangefinder and I was 115 yards from those pontoons. And they say to be 100 yards away, so I'm good. But I am in 42 feet of water, just about that. I have a little less out than I should. I have probably about 150 feet out, 100 feet of chain, 50 feet of road. And, but I've got that 45-pound mantis anchor. And we don't have heavy winds or anything, even though there was a gale warning. Stoked. I have that fender out because this, not just because I sailed with it, for the record. I want a photo of that, that looks cool.
Side of me, then I went and lit up the engine because I couldn't have that shit. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. We're here at the Harbor Reef. Having a couple. So I just did. And then I told them later that. It's about 10:30, almost 11 o'clock, and the wind is blowing really hard, and I'm a little worried about having 4 scope out and not having more than that. I mean, according to my anchor alarm, everything's fine. Just feeding out a little bit more. I've pre-measured out about another 30 feet, which will get me closer to 5 scope, make me feel a little better. Good morning. We are here still at Cat Harbor, and I don't know what time is it. My alarm went off early, but I've been kind of meandering around. It's 6:58 a.m. I used this guy last night, little Mr. Heater buddy, and it warmed up the cabin real nice. I've never used the heater before. Of course, I leave that window open, and I don't leave it on when I'm sleeping. I only warmed up the cabin. I had windows open like this. So even leaving this open, it keeps it nice and toasty in here. So I got plenty of ventilation, and it's warm. It's the first time ever, which is nice. A couple things this boat don't have. It doesn't have hot water, it doesn't have a heater, and it doesn't have refrigeration. But take a look around. It was a lot more beautiful earlier. And man, the wind was freaking howling last night. For only my second anchoring adventure on Catalina, I was kind of thrown into the fire on that one. I woke up with the boat rocking and rolling, and I was a little worried about how much scope I had out. So I paid out another 40 feet. Nice and mellow. Okay, that was my trip to Cat Harbor. Hope you liked the video. If you do, please subscribe, share it with your friends. That'd be great to get some shares. And, you know, give me a comment and a thumbs up. I'll see you guys at the next video. Cheers.